I grew up cradled between mountains and forests and oceans, perfectly slotted together, creating the puzzle of my life. My family nearby, my friends in my sight, a mystery already solved, a future planned out, perfect and simple. But puzzles are fragile and life falls apart. What do you do when ripped from your home and placed in the world all alone? A puzzle piece without her puzzle. Cold and lonely, afraid of the world, unsure of her place, missing the feeling of belonging, missing home. Because what is home if not a place you belong? And what is homesickness if not the feeling of being undeniably lost, separated from what feels undeniably right? The rules of my life had changed. I was a strange person in a strange place, and in a desperate attempt to cure my homesickness with a glimpse of belonging, I forced myself to fit into puzzles that were not my own. An honors kid, a band kid, the perfect Nikwa student, labels I took on in hopes that no one would notice that my edges were bent, and I never fit. I threw myself into the stereotype I made, attempting to find the warmth of a home in a place that was never my own. And I wasn't good enough at it to be considered great, but I hoped I was good enough to be. And my grades were slipping and my friends were leaving, and it's easy to tell when a piece is in the wrong place, when something doesn't quite fit. And the loneliness always returned as I was kicked from puzzles and found new ones to surround myself with. The issue with being a puzzle piece with no puzzle is there's nowhere you fit, no matter how hard you try. And the more you force a piece into a spot it doesn't belong, the more its edges bend and its materials break down until it's not the piece you started with, but a broken, battered shell. There was no home for me in the present. I was too broken to return to my past. I felt I was doomed to be a lone piece floating around in the world, never fitting in for the rest of my life. So I learned to find comfort in my solitude and live with myself. I learned that happiness is easy when you have no one around to tell you who you must be. And the more I started to open my eyes and look into the world away from the homes I tried to force, the more I realized I was not the only lone piece, but there were others with broken edges and battered souls who never fit. And these pieces, we started to congregate. And we realized you didn't need to fit, you just needed to exist with others and with yourself. And that comfort could be found in the chaos of the world as long as you had someone to walk through it with you. I still lose friends, but I keep making new ones. And I've built this puzzle, this picture, this family, all for myself where no one fits and everyone fits. And I don't care that I'm falling short of perfection because I no longer strive to reach it. And my homesickness eases as I build a home in myself. Find comfort in my colors instead of those I long to have. I'm currently in the in-between. Not quite gone, not quite here. Part of me hopes that this new journey will lead to me finding a home. A place I belong, a picture to surround me. But I cherish this home. I've built brick by brick and piece by piece of others just like me. Maybe one day I'll find my home, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wake up and see that my edges aren't broken and my soul isn't bruised. But maybe I'll continue to live my life, floating around, surrounded by others who are lost. And I just might feel a new type of homesickness as I leave this home I've built to join a new one, but I will be relieved. I will no longer be fitting myself into boxes and puzzles, but I will exist as an individual, not a broken, battered piece, but a puzzle of her own, and I will be cradled by mountains and forests and oceans. I will be where I once found home, not quite fitting anymore, but happy all the same. And I will find my comfort in the fact that home will always exist in strange places and strange people for the rest of my life.